Drive meets 85th Street and one where 95th Avenue meets 85th Street. Let me explain. My understanding of the Strathern Heights development is that the majority of the apartments and the condominiums and the walk-ups and roadhouses are at the north end of that area, which is on 97th and Strathern Drive approximation. At the moment, people use Strathern Park to catch the bus on 98th Avenue. If they had to walk the 2 blocks to 85th Street, that's the majority of them have a shorter walk than walking all the way south to the south end. And that's what I'm meaning by having 2 at that end. I must admit, the one station which they are proposing eliminates 9 rest stops. And it makes it difficult for the Montgomery Legion and the Baptist manor for those people to walk between 800 and 1,000 meters to the station. And I've measured that.
Oh yes, and those are very high density areas, though, the Montgomery.
Right.
Okay, good.
But there's no proposed station at the top of Corners Hill.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Driver. No further questions.
Thank you.
I'm just going to take a moment and just go through who's here, because we have a half hour left, and we will not extend, I won't support extending orders today, because we've got, is Mr. Joel Jones here? Okay. Francie Lauren? Okay. Lisa Mordova? Okay. Karen Hewitt? Karen Hewitt? Not here. B. Louise Stewart? Okay. Les Halpert? Les Halpert, not here, okay. Bernie Bussey? Okay. My guess is those people are all we will hear from tonight, and the remainder of you are going to have to come back on Friday. We might get one more in, but I doubt it. So just to let you know that that's about the time we've got left. 5 speakers, 25 minutes, and at 5 minutes each, so I apologize, but the balance of the 20, 50, what 18, 19 speakers left will have to come back on Friday. We apologize for that, but okay. Madam Clerk, is that in the morning or afternoon? Starts at 9, so we start hearing from people at 9:30. And if for some reason you cannot be here at 9:30, and you can be here at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, let us know, and we'll make sure we try to keep things open, okay? Okay, Mr. Jones.
Hello, my name is Joel Jones. I'm here to speak about the Southeast Line, and I represent myself and myself only. Let me start by saying that I'm discouraged to see the City Planning Department has selected an LRT route that will not serve McNally High School of 1,000 students, St. Kevin's Junior High, 300 students, and Newman College of 350 students. Why is that? If we as a city are truly serious about changing the way the city moves, we need to capitalize on every opportunity to instill the use of public transit in youth. If the youth of this city grow up using transit, they will continue to use public transit. Let's face it is this demographic that will really change the way the city moves. Their transportation choices will drive the city and its policies in the future. Why not try to get them in the habit of using public transit while they are young? As a note, I would like to draw your attention to the sheet of paper that has been given to you. I'd like you to take note that the primary area of the students who attend McNally come from. So they come from around the area, Idlewild, they're handing out the sheet now, and then also an area in Mill Woods. So the LRT line that's running from Mill Woods at Town Center, that is their boundary area of students that they collect. So it's that area there that those students are coming from. So if you have any questions, you can ask me afterwards. As you can see on the map, the students from the Mill Woods and other areas around the future LRT line.
Clerk, you want to start the time, please? Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Go ahead. Okay. As you can see on the map, the students come from Mill Woods and other areas around the future LRT line. Running the line across Dawson Bridge line makes sense, as the students from Mill Woods would need to ride city buses and this would allow those special school buses to be allocated to other areas of the city that require it. The students who attend McNally and St. Kevin's are a captured audience. They don't have cars, they can't choose to drive, they got to take public transit or get driven by their parents, more likely public transit. As well, St. Kevin's Junior High is a specific program that draws students from all over the city. I am also concerned that the proposed redevelopment of Stratton Heights seems to be the deciding factor as to why the city is choosing to run the LRT down 95th Ave. Why is it necessary to run the LRT down 95th Avenue to meet the needs of these future residents when they can easily walk to the station on 85th Street? I fail to see how this group of people requires special treatment, as their needs could easily be served by having a station on 85th Street and 95th Ave. I distinctly remember the Stratton redevelopment being touted as a walkable community. They can't walk 2 blocks like everybody else in the city. Research that's coming out of Calgary states that people are willing to walk a longer distance to get to LRT stations. So they are willing to walk, if it's up to 649 meters, 100% of those people who take public transit are willing to walk, no questions asked. And then from there. Now, I measured from the center of the Stratton Park to the 85th Street, and it's 336 meters. And from the very furthest west end of the Stratton redevelopment project, it's 556, well below the 649. So they're easily to walk. More importantly, I am concerned by the sacrifice and service that is being asked by city residents in order for the city to run the LRT down 95th Ave. By running the LRT down 95th Ave, the city is purposely choosing not to provide LRT service to other communities, schools, and activity hubs. To my mind, public funds should strive to maximize service. Let's do that by selecting a route that provides good access to as many people as possible. The irony is, by selecting another route, it is possible to meet the needs of the Stratton Heights redevelopment, 2 schools, a post-secondary institution, and communities like Forest Heights. My next point is in regards to the overall planning and vision of the LRT. It seems to me that city planners have not looked far enough into the future. Their vision and the recommended route has been driven by the perceived need to meet the November 9th, 2009 City Council deadline. How can they recommend an LRT route without having fully considered an East LRT line or the possibility of connecting to Sherwood Park? Let's face it, there's no funding in place for this line right now. We have time to revisit, reconsider, and to make sure that the selected corridor is going to serve as many people as possible and leave the door open for a possible future expansion to Sherwood Park. What's stopping City Council from saying, we have time, let's consider more options? My last point is about the desire to make Edmonton a more livable and pleasurable place to live. When I spoke to one of your head city planners and questioned him on the use of 95th Ave and the amount of trains that will be flowing during peak hours, which is every 5 minutes, by the way, his response was, that won't happen for 20 years. He missed the point. The point is that it will happen, and we should have the foresight to consider how it will affect the community. He also did not have an answer when I brought up the point that eventually there will be some kind of line going out to Sherwood Park, and any trains that come from that route will have to go right through the middle of our community, which means during rush hour service, twice as much traffic. He did not have a response. It was like I hit him with a point he had not even considered. It made me wonder whether or not the recommended routes were being presented prematurely in order to meet an arbitrary deadline. I expect more from planners. They should have the courage to say, we need more time, the communities have brought up some good points, and we need to fully explore. Why can't our city planners say, given the amount of public money that's involved, let's make sure we get this right? In order to do that, we need more time, and at the very least, be able to intelligently answer the questions from the community. I do hope you take time to think about what I have said here today and reflect on it. Thank you.
Thank you. No further questions. If the audience will indulge me, there's a lady up there with a little boy who should come down and speak. I don't know if your name is?
She's next.
Oh, okay. You're next anyway, so you should have said something. We got you down earlier. Oh, this is his dad? Oh, you're a team, so Dad, take care of him.
We can handle it.
Okay. I thought you were all alone and... Then run up the stairs. It's okay. He'll whack himself out and go to sleep there. Okay. You want him to speak instead?
Sorry?
He can speak.
Yeah.
Okay, you're on.
If you give him a mic.
Welcome, Miss Lund.
Thank you. So a new LRT line is a significant infrastructure project, as you well know, billions and billions of dollars. We must have the courage to consider all our options and not to succumb to the pressure of simply getting it done because we're tired of talking about it. It is vitally important that we take the time to consider how we can meet the transportation needs of as many people as possible. I urge you to send the planners back to revisit their decision to recommend going down 95th Avenue. I I attended information sessions organized by the city and by community leagues. I listened with an